Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our flight into the deep, the core, hopefully, of this amazing language. Thank you for being with me on this journey. I feel privileged to be able to share, and thanks YouTube for providing me this platform to put my content over here. And I'm not motivated to make money out of it. I'm motivated to share this amazing, amazing human creation by abstracting the objects, the observations, the learnings throughout generations of use of lives, right? Generations of living experience, and then capture that abstraction into the language. And I try to trace back, leading, piloting our journey to find out the language used, like how things are captured, how it was extracted from the daily objects into pretty abstract concepts. Things like disciplined and motivated. Chinese, we say 自律自强, and we emphasize that 自, your self-agency in the concept. Oh, I forgot to highlight both 自 and 强, a carryover from yesterday, 自强不息. So basically two concepts were already used. We already discussed. 自, self-referral, came from this nose image. We have the tip of the nose and the two nostrils that's stacking up. So that's a Chinese evolution to have the efficiency of writing over time. But that looks roughly like the nose, right? And the nose is the center of the face, the center of the head, the center of you, your consciousness, basically. And that's our image to mean self. That must have a lot of self-awareness, this language creator, to come up with this concept to referring yourself with the, zoom in picture of your nose. Okay, 强, we talk about it relates to the economic power, the farm fields, and with the countries or counties or whatever power structure back then, with this bigger borderline, smaller borderline, bigger borderline, and farm fields in between. So these are the people, the household, working, toiling on that farm to produce, right? So this is the economic production units, and the governing spewed the structure on top of that. And then these are worms, underground, unseen, but still productive members of the economy, I guess. Without the worms, the land won't work as well, right? So we have this production, this implied households, people, populations of mouses implied in here. And then we have this bow image, which is the military, representing the military power, right? So it's military plus economic, with things bordered and with worms or the living creatures that look so helpless and need your protection, I guess. But actually, they are the ones that produce, to fertilize this land, to sustain all that people, the population, and the power on top of that. So that's our original concept of 强, of strength. And then that extends into using it on individual cases. So it's motivation. So self-motivation. And 不息, 不, we have this concept many times before too. This is a negation of Chinese. It's basically a bird. This is a bird symbol, kind of facing toward the sky. So if you see in a frame of Chinese character with the sky horizontal line, that is our sky is the limit concept, right, on the top. And this bird is shooting upward, always flying to the top, saying 不, saying no to the ground, doesn't refuse to come down. So that's the origin of 不, the negation. Is a bird negating the earth, going only upward toward the sky. Okay, 息, Okay, we have again the nose symbol, you can see, right? And then we have the heart symbol underneath. And this is a contemporary rendering of that, but you can see kind of traces of the ancient writing over there. So the heart symbol I regard it as a cavity, not a cavity, a chamber, right? With 3 tubes coming out of it. So 3 tubes, I don't exactly know the anatomy of the heart if there are only 3 tubes coming out of the heart, but I know there's input and output, right? Heart is basically a pump, have blood in, blood out. So, I mean, technically 2 tubes should be enough, but I guess the third tube is provide blood for the heart itself, right? It's not self-motivating. It need blood to energy to pump. So I guess that's how the heart works. So we have nose and on top of the heart, because okay, the whole concept nose on heart is ancient people's understanding of how breathing works. Okay, from the nose, yes, we can tell that, but back then people don't know there's lungs. It's actually the the breathing organ, but instead people know, okay, inside you have the heart, maybe you're breathing into the heart, and it kind of feels like that, right? You're breathing into the heart. You can stay calmer if you breathe slower, and so this connection probably was made back then as if this is the beginning of the journey of the airflow from the nose and all the way looped it into the heart. So that's our breathing. So eventually breathing means a breather, like a breather in English concept, like take a breather, take a break, take a rest. So xi from the breathing concept becomes resting, like not working. You're just breathing. You're not working on anything. No strain of anything. Just breathe. Take a break. That kind of rest state of being. And eventually that xi means stop, like stop working. Okay, this is your rest time. Stop working. So here we have self-strength means motivated, motivating yourself, and 不息, like not stop, non-stop, basically non-stop motivated is Chinese way to say perseverance. English will have to persevere, right? We have that, and then we turn it into a noun. And persevere, I don't know, like persevere, maybe we have this per and the severe, this language elements combined together to create that meaning. But in Chinese, we have this self, this nose inspired style, self, this country economic, you know, the whole nation picture with military power and economic power combined kind of strength. And then we have this bird flying to the sky of no. And then we have this nose breathing to the heart, kind of a breathing, eventually means rest and stop. Like all that image captured in there to mean simply English perseverance. And here I find, of course, nobody but perseverance. This rover made it to the Mars back in, last year, actually, not that long ago. And this is quite a testimony to human perseverance by making it over there with the current technology. And I was fortunate enough to visit the open house day of NASA to see so many different versions of the wheels, because engineers have to come up with solutions of what's the best rolling wheels that can work on the Mars surface. So there are all kinds of other demonstrations of wheels in motion and all kinds of molded wheels. And I'm sure each rendering or version of the wheels are tested out on simulated environment of Mars over there in the lab, and eventually decide, okay, this kind of elongated sine wave looking wheel is the best working wheel on the Mars surface. And that is a testimony to perseverance, because it is a lot of work, a lot of research, engineering, ingenuity, as well as perseverance goes into this to make it happen, and to the science and engineering community. 自强不息. Cash into the currency of thinking by One Word a Day with Sophie. See you another day.